You think you know the Wild West, but what if I told you that the most feared creature of the American frontier wasn't the outlaw or the Native American, but the bison? These majestic beasts were the true rulers of the open plains, and taming them was a task of monumental proportions. The morning of confrontation. Imagine waking up to the sound of thunder, not from the sky, but from the hooves of 1,000 bison stampeding across the plains. The ground shakes beneath your feet as the air fills with the acrid smell of damp fur and the deafening roar of the herd. You're not just a cowboy, you're a bison whisperer, tasked with the impossible, to tame the untamable. But what does it mean to tame a creature that's been wild for centuries? Is it about breaking its spirit or understanding its power? As you stand face to face with a bison, you're met with a mixture of curiosity and hostility. Its eyes, like dark pools of ancient wisdom, seem to bore into your soul, questioning your very presence. You realize that taming the bison isn't just about dominating a beast, it's about understanding a symbol of freedom and resilience. But how do you connect with a creature that's been hunted, displaced, and marginalized throughout history? The hygiene of survival. The life of a bison tamer isn't glamorous. It's a world of mud, blood, and sweat. The bison's coat, once a sleek and shiny mantle, becomes matted and dirty from the constant struggle for survival. You learn to appreciate the simple things, like a warm bath after a long day of herding, or the taste of a freshly cooked meal over an open flame. But you also learn to respect the bison's ability to thrive in harsh environments, to find sustenance in the most barren of lands. As you work alongside the bison, you begin to see the world through their eyes. You notice the way they interact with each other, the way they communicate through a series of grunts and body language. You start to understand their social structure, their migration patterns, and their role in the ecosystem. And you begin to realize that taming the bison isn't just about controlling their behavior, it's about preserving their way of life. The work of taming. Taming a bison is not for the faint of heart. It requires patience, persistence, and a deep understanding of the animal's psychology. You must learn to read its body language, to anticipate its movements, and to respond to its needs. It's a dance of trust and respect, where one wrong move can mean disaster. But it's also a journey of self-discovery, where you learn to confront your own fears and limitations. As you work with the bison, you start to see parallels between their world and ours. You realize that the struggles they face, habitat loss, climate change, human encroachment, are not so different from our own. You begin to appreciate the importance of conservation, of preserving the natural balance, and of respecting the creatures that share our planet. And you start to understand that taming the bison isn't just about controlling a beast, it's about preserving a way of life, a symbol of freedom and resilience in a world that's increasingly fragile. Conclusion. The bison's legacy. The bison may seem like a relic of the past, a symbol of a bygone era, but its legacy lives on, a reminder of the power and majesty of the natural world. As we look to the future, we must remember the lessons of the past and work to preserve the delicate balance of our ecosystem. The bison may be tamed, but its spirit remains wild, a testament to the enduring power of nature. And as we drift off to sleep, we're left with a final thought. What can we learn from the bison story, and how can we apply those lessons to our own lives? The answer, much like the bison itself, remains a mystery, waiting to be uncovered.